And we are live. Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Friday. Oh, man. Don't you love Friday? Don't you wish every day was Friday? That's kind of my attitude in life. Today, we're going to talk about snow. We're going to talk about lease purchasing real estate. We're going to talk about, I've only one vice in my entire life. Okay, so don't make fun of me now because I'm just being honest. I love pumpkin beer. I know, I heard that. Okay, relax. I love pumpkin beer. There's something about September, October, November, and all the really good microbreweries make pumpkin beer. And Claudia and I were doing our weekly shopping this week. Isn't that a lovely name for my wife, by the way? She wouldn't let me name our children Claude and Claudia either, or Cloyd. Anyway, we were in a liquor store next to the Safeway, and she said, "Hey, have you ever tried this one?" And she thinks I have, and so we're gonna have a little Hey Pumpkin. Hey, and my friend Jason Richter is here. Hello, Jay. Let's add Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hey, hello.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Wait.
How about now?
Okay, now we can. Okay. Never know. How do you like my very short haircut here?
Looks great.
You say that to all the boys. Do you like pumpkin beer, Jason? I won't hold it against
I heard you. No, I don't.
There's just something, I don't know what. My wife bought it for me. I mean, I'm always drinking regular beer, either really expensive beer or good old Budweiser, Coors, and Schlitz, and oh my gosh. I like Michelob lately. I've been drinking the Michelob low carb stuff lately. But pumpkin beer is just something really special. And today we're drinking from the Denver Beer Company with real pumpkin in it. It's called Hey Pumpkin. So
as long as it's ice cold, I bet it's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's only one beer that totally sucks. And I did it on camera about 2 years ago. It's actually a good trivia question. It was Belching Beaver peanut butter chocolate beer. It's made in Oceanside, California. Nothing against the company or anything. Don't write me letters, or send me emails. But it was Belching Beaver peanut butter chocolate beer. It was the worst beer I've ever had in my life. Yeah. It was really gross. So anyway, here's to your health. I'm Prosit, Salut, L'chaim. Cheers to everybody out there.
Cheers.
That is a good beer. That's a dang good beer. Very nice. Very nice. We'll drink that right now. Here, I got something to show you. We're going to talk about lease purchasing today. And Jason, you can ask me any question, or anybody can ask me any questions, or even come on board if you want. Here, I'm going to post the link if somebody wants to join us today on here. I owe a lot of my success not only to my mentor, but my mentor who taught me lease purchasing. And this to me was the best strategy. It was at the right time. I had limited funds and resources, and this was a way for me to become a player, an investor in real estate. Imagine I told you you could get into real estate with limited liability, limited investment, control good homes in good neighborhoods, solve a housing problem for a lot of people, make money upfront every month at the end of every deal. You could wholesale, you could assign, you can consult. This one little niche strategy literally changed my life. That and learning gut sales and having a great mentor. Thank you for the heart. Whoever gave me that nice heart. Thank you so much. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I have my bowl of munchies here. I have peanuts. I have pistachios. I have macadamias. I think I brought them home from Hawaii. Did you know we had a gut sales training seminar in Kauai, Hawaii last January? Did you know that? Yeah. We did a 3-day, a couple of my students rented a house and set the whole thing up, and we had a bunch of people there, and we had the most wonderful, being in Hawaii, looking out at this spectacular garden and looking out at the ocean with the sea turtles and the whales and everything. And we're in there learning gut sales. Oh man, was that fun. Now, speaking of fun, I have something I want to show you. You'll love this. I just took this picture outside. Let me see if I can. Can you see what's on top of that? Those Rocky Mountains right now.
Mhm. Yeah, snow.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah,
It snowed last night. How about that?
beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And I got my computer all hooked up here with my microphone and everything. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
Yes, I can.
Is my mic good? Okay, good. How you feeling, Jason? How are you?
Yeah,
Eh.
yes, it's been a climb, man.
Oh, I hope
But
you
thank,
feel
but
better.
thank you. Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm not having a beer right now. But
Oh,
yeah,
God.
better every day.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
I'm glad you're feeling good. That's why I wanted to show you this pretty picture. We live in Colorado, California, spent a lot of time in Hawaii, and also Claudia's mom lives over in Pinehurst, North Carolina. I love living in different places. You let me take my little iPad mini, my little iPhone 10 or whatever it is. I never know. And my MacBook Pro computer. I just take my equipment and I'm in business. And that's the best thing. Oh, who joined? And Jeff Engelbrecht joined us. Hi, Jeff. Cheers to you. Yeah, we got snow already. I'm looking at my skis in the garage. I'm ready for ski season, but unfortunately, I'm by Winter Park Ski Area. That won't open up, I think, till November the 17th or something like that. But Loveland, Steamboat, Arapahoe Basin, these other ski areas tend to open up very early. And I have a feeling we're going to have an early season. I hope we do, because we got a major forest fire about 7 miles away from here. So I was glad we had a wet night, a snowy night. Derek Weston is here. Hey, Derek, feel free to join. I have Brittany Hall has joined. Device not connected. Brittany did try to join us. Your guests will need to connect their mic. Okay, Brittany, you gotta hook up your stuff if you wanna join us. I don't know. Maybe it's a troll. I don't know. I don't recognize the name. Anyway, what do you think about lease purchase investing there, Jason? You have any questions or what are your thoughts about it? You've done some studying.
Yeah, just I'm learning everything I can about it. I look forward to finding customers that need that, that can be a solution, and being able to plug them into that matrix, so to speak, and find a solution for them.
It's just a great way to be in real estate without having to worry about large down payments, exemplary credit rating and everything. Here was the first book I wrote on lease purchasing. It's on my webpage. It's not a commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. I'm not that schlocky. Lease purchasing for the 21st century. And I wrote this book with the contracts and the role plays and all the different strategies in it. And I put it in a little package. The original package, what was it? It was VHS, and then we did it into CDs. And now this package is all digital, all completely. I hit a button, or anybody can order from my webpage. Then so many people were interested in lease purchasing. I did another book and another package called, don't you tell me you don't love this picture.
I do.
Yeah, isn't it great? Little Claude Moses there. No blasphemy intended. Don't get offended. The Lease Purchase Bible. I had a great artist do this picture for me.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I got started in real estate, and I had a big problem. I ran out of money. I got real estate fever. Does everyone remember when they get real estate fever? And I bought a few properties and I rented them out and everything like that. And I wanted to keep buying properties. And guess what I ran out of? I know it's only me, but guess what I ran out of, Jason? Money, baby. Money. And, you can only when you buy conventionally, you put 10% down and things like that. And you go to the bank, and the banks in those days were really willing to give you loans and stuff like that. But you had to have some money down, and 10% here, 20% there. You run out of money, and your credit gets diminished somewhat. And I met my mentor, Max. I've spoken a lot about him. My first book was The Mentor Teaches Success. And all about my mentor, Max. And I tell everybody, find a mentor. Doesn't have to be me, although it's not such a bad thing. And find somebody and shorten the learning curve. The whole point of having a mentor is accountability. And you want to find a mentor who's successful in their own right. And I mean financially successful, someone who's done business honestly, and someone who's willing to be accountable to you. Tell you what I think the most important thing I got from my mentor was he taught me all the things he did wrong. Okay. You always hear these guys, the speakers and all, oh, I'm a genius. Here I am in front of my jet or my Bentley, and I'm so smart in this way. Yeah, but that doesn't teach me anything. Show me, what did you do right? What did you do wrong? What are the mistakes you made? And my mentor, it was a phenomenal. I never met a millionaire salesperson before. I've read about them and heard about them, but I never met somebody who was just could pick up the phone and make money just like that. That blew me away because I didn't have two nickels to rub together. And this guy would make more money in one phone call. He'd close people. Can you imagine meeting somebody who'd close somebody in a real estate deal in one phone call? That's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We got Bill Ransom is here. We had a nice snow in Colorado Springs. Bill, I have a very important question of Bill Ransom. Bill, this is very important. I'm very emotional about this question. When is In-N-Out Burger opening up? And the first one, I believe, is opening up in Colorado Springs. I'm driving down there. Okay, Bill, when is that? When is In-N-Out Burger opening up? That's other than pumpkin beer, which I am drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I have a thing. I love In-N-Out Burger. Oh my gosh! And they're in California where we live part of the year, and you can get them as far as Utah. We stop in St. George has an In-N-Out Burger. Arizona and I think New Mexico has them now. They're all over the place. They're the best fast food burger ever. I'm talking about food here. We're not even 15 minutes into this conversation, and we're talking about food already. Dwanell Warren says, where you're doing lease options in a hot market? If so, why would a seller do a lease purchase when they could just stick a sign in the yard and sell it? Good, it's a good question. Listen, there's some people in certain markets, they can't sell the home very quickly. I can go to maybe they don't want to sell the home right away for tax reasons or whatever. I make offers to people and I'll say, how would you like to sell your home without a realtor, without paying a 6% real estate commission? How would you like to keep your home and keep the tax benefits on the home? How would you like to get a check every month? If we buy the home, you win. If we don't buy the home, you get it back with the appreciation. How would you like to have tenants who take care of your property and you don't have to pay a management company? There's just so many advantages to doing a lease purchase. But for me as an investor, I'll call up people who have homes for sale or for rent, and I will just approach them. And my mentor, Max, used to always say, tenants are smarter than investors. What do you think he meant by that, Jason? Tenants are smarter than investors. Think about it for a second. Bill Ransom says about In-N-Out Burger. Last I heard, it's January. You have to do some work on their supply chain. Bill, I'll tell you right now, the night they open up In-N-Out Burger, I'll make you a bet for a 6-pack of Hey Pumpkin beer here that I'm drinking right now. I will bet you that the line for the drive-through will circle the block and go a half a mile down the street. That's how popular In-N-Out Burger is in California. When they do an opening, even in California, when they do openings, that people get in line for the new In-N-Out place. It's phenomenal. Penmanship said closed Dollar General location today. I don't know what that means, penmanship. What does he mean by Dollar General? Do you know? I don't know. Big D says, what's up, fellas? How you doing, Big D? I like your handle, man. If anybody, you guys want to join me, by the way, you have a question about lease purchasing, here's the link to join. We're simultaneously broadcasting on 4 different Facebook pages, on Periscope, on YouTube Live, and I think on Twitch and Vimeo. I'm using, excuse me, I'm using Vimeo right now also. Lease purchasing is just a great, it's non-adversarial. I can go to anybody who has a house for sale or for rent. I'm going to stress the advantages. I can even give them a price. I'm looking, the operative word is control. Can I control somebody else's property by renting it? Can you imagine controlling a $250,000 condo for what it costs to rent? Okay. My mentor used to always say, going back, tenants are smarter than investors. Did you figure that out, Jason?
The only thing I can think of is that tenants have, it seems like they have more options than an investor.
More choices. Good choice of words. Options. I like that.
Yeah, investors is kind of they're stuck with it. But if you're a tenant, it seems like you have the ability to go different directions. Get out of it.
Yeah, you have safety. You can get out of it. You can control it. My mentor used to go to me, he said, Claude, you own properties, right? I said, yeah. He said, you had to put 10, 20, 30% down. You had to qualify for the mortgage. You had to go through escrow, title search, inspections, insurance, homeowner fees. You had to do all that stuff. You had to close on it. You're now liable for the property. You could be, somebody trips on a doormat, you could be sued for the property. You have to pay the principal, the interest to the bank. You have to pay the HOA fees. You have to pay the insurance, the taxes, all these bills. Okay? I mean, I'm being real here. He says, what does the tenant have to pay to move into this property and occupy legal possession? Possession is a legal word, by the way. Doesn't mean you own it. It means you live in it and you enjoy it. What does a tenant have to pay, Jason, to get into a property?
Just rent and or deposit.
Yeah, and this is the genius of the man. And this is going back a long time ago, 30 years ago. And he used to say, why would I want to buy a property when I can control it by renting it? And when I rent it with an option, which is for those of you just joining, an option just means that you're locking in the property for a particular time frame, for a specific purchase price, for terms, for rent credit or discount, and you're controlling the property, and all you have to pay is the rent. You can move out, you can give it back to the owner or renegotiate it. You don't have to pay all those other things, and you have total control. And if you do something a little bit more than renting, you add this little clause that says option, which means right to buy the property for these pre-negotiated terms. Okay, you can take this property, you can live in it, you can rent it or sublet it to other people. If you're paying $1,000, you can charge somebody else $1,500 if the market will support that. You can do a rent to own, or what we call sandwich leasing. So you have the property for 3 years, you rent it for 1 year. You have it for $100,000, you sublet it for $125,000, $150,000. You're paying the owner $1,000, you sublet it for $500. $500 a month times 12 months is $6,000. There's some poor barista somewhere, somebody flipping in and out burgers, where $6,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to anybody, I think. And so you can have this control of somebody else's asset. If you're a good guts salesman, you guys know I mostly talk about sales all the time and guts marketing, but this is my favorite this is the strategy that launched my boat. Okay, I believe in kitchen table millionaires, working on the kitchen table with a good strategy, with good marketing, good salesmanship, so that you can make an honest dollar. And so lease purchasing. Oh, I left out one of the most important things. You can do wholesaling with lease purchasing. So say you get Jason, say you get a guy who wants full price. He wants you to cover his mortgage. Let's say it's $1,800 a month. PITI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, homeowner fees, all that good stuff. And let's just say that's at the top of the market. What do you do with it's vacant and they're motivated. We love the motivated seller. Okay. What does every guru at every seminar or every podcast say? Find the motivated seller. Well, sometimes people aren't that motivated. They want full price, right?
Right.
Yeah. So imagine I went to a seller and I gave them everything they wanted, but I had a 3-year contract to lease purchase the property. I didn't want to live in it. I couldn't sublet it for more money. I can't get $2,500 on it because it's worth only $1,800, which is what I negotiated. What's the best thing I could do with that 3-year contract? Take a guess.
Sell it.
Sell it, baby.
Yeah.
I could sell it.
Right.
And that's the best part. So if I have a home, so if I go to somebody, I say, you and your family, Jason, if I was role playing with you, Jason, you and your family could get out of that 1-bedroom apartment with your 3 kids and your 10 chihuahuas. Always got to take care of the chihuahuas. And see what happens when I drink pumpkin beer. We are drinking from the Denver Beer Company, Hey Pumpkin tonight. Oh, that nice foamy little head. You're a beer drinker, right?
I am.
Okay, good. Because this is beer with
just not today. Yeah.
Today. No, it's okay. Listen.
Next Friday. Yep.
Next Friday. Let's listen. That's okay.
Yeah. Normally yes, but yeah.
Okay.
Give it a few days.
It's okay. I've gone months without drinking just to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
And I always come back to drinking because I like it in moderation. Okay, in moderation.
Me too, my friend. Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
But the thing is, imagine you could go to you could go and take a contract, and I go to you, Jason. I could get you out of that 1-bedroom apartment. I can put you in this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. All the price and terms, everything are negotiated. Jason, do you think you could qualify for an FHA, or you're a veteran, I believe. Could you qualify for a loan in the next 36 months on this beautiful? But you can move into it today. You can enjoy it with you and your lovely family and all your little chihuahuas, your little yappers. And you have 3 years to save up a down payment, correct credit deficiencies, season your job history, qualify for a mortgage. Do you think you could buy this home in the next 3 years if I help you get into it now and enjoy it now, but you have 36 months to qualify? Do you think you could do that?
I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could. Yeah.
Yeah. My name's Claude Diamond, and I specialize in lease purchasing, and I'd like to help you and your family get in this home. I have a contract here for 3 years for $200,000, $1,800 a month. Everything's locked in. If it appreciates, you get all the benefits of that property. The only thing you have to do is take care of this property, okay? And you have to pay the rent on time. Can you do those 2 things?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's one other third thing. I'm going to sell you this contract for $15,000. I found it. My company negotiated it, put it into a binding, notarized, secured contract. It's recorded, and I can put you in that. $15,000 is a lot of money. Is that comfortable for you and your family right now? That's a big investment.
I can't do the $15,000.
A lot of people couldn't. Let me ask you something, because this property, today is Friday. This property is going to be gone by Saturday or Sunday because I'm doing an open house. I'm calling up a lot of people. First of all, would you like this property? If money wasn't an issue, would you like this property?
Yeah, love it. Love it.
I'd like to help you. Seem like a good guy. I love your cap there and everything. What does it say?
It's the name of my pest control business.
There you go. Barrier.
Yeah, Barrier.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. I don't know if it would make a difference, but suppose I was willing to finance that $15,000 at 0 interest. You put something reasonably down today, and we work out some kind of payment plan over the next 3 years. That's not something you want to discuss today, is it?
Yeah, I'd like to. Sure.
What would did you hear a little bit of the off the role play? Did you hear a little bit of the gut sales in there?
You wouldn't want to do that today, would you? Was that
yeah. You wouldn't want to do that today.
Yeah.
What do we call that? Scarcity? Takeaway?
Right. Yeah. There's no way you'd want to all the benefits of this, would you? This. Yeah. I like
exactly.
it. I like it.
Yeah. Then we go into it. What would you, and this is the magic question. And in Guts, the first thing we do is an agenda. Then we go up the staircase of success to qualification. The third step, because Guts is a 3-step system, we would do commitment close. So we set an agenda. Jason, can I ask you questions? You asked me a few questions. I'd like to help you get into a home today, but I need more information about you. And you don't have to say, you can fire me if this is not comfortable for you and your budget. Is that fair? Is that all right with you, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay,
fair.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to tell me. You'll think about it. You're going to go to church, light a candle, talk to your pet rock or 10 chihuahuas or anything, or talk to your significant other. You can just tell me to get lost. I don't believe in pressure. Is that good for you, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good to me.
This has got sales. The psychology of sales. What do you think is the most important psychological trigger in sales?
Emotion. I don't know.
Emotion, yeah.
Feeling.
What do you think's the biggest emotion? What can I get you to? What do I want you? How do I want you to feel about me? Total stranger. First phone call. Maybe I sent you a prospectus or a few pictures on the property. What's the most important thing I can do with you?
The warmth. The
Yeah,
laughter.
likability.
Likability. Yeah. Right.
What happens when we like people? Are we more inclined psychologically to do business?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's none of that. The friction goes away, you know.
Do you and your beautiful girlfriend, do you have a certain restaurant that you love to go to more often than others?
There's certain, yeah. Well, we don't go out that much, but there's
nobody
meals.
Yeah. I forget there's a F. I love to use adult language right now.
Yeah,
I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Aren't we sick of not going? Don't you miss going out?
Well, you know I am. You know, I'm over it. Yeah,
I think when this can I have a toast that this effing pandemic and all this garbage will be over with by January 1st or sooner.
Yeah.
Can we drink to that, everybody,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, everyone listening?
Yeah.
What is the first thing? What are the 3 things you're going to do when this pandemic is gone? It's over. There's a vaccine. It's died. It went back to China. I don't care. I want normal. I want life to go back to normal again. Don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to go on an airplane and go to Jersey City or something.
I want to go to a music festival.
Music
and not worry about it.
You know what I missed this summer? Here in Winter Park, I'm in a ski area town. Every Thursday we have a music festival. Everybody brings their picnic baskets, their blankets. It's a small town. We get 200-300 people in this little bowl, and there's a stage with some rock and roll music or reggae or something like that.
Love it.
And everybody's drinking and eating and just having fun and everything.
That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
I think the first thing I want to be able to do is hug people again. I miss hugging.
Yeah.
Number 2, I want to go to my favorite restaurant and get my 5-pound corned beef sandwiches, my Reubens. Do you ever have a Reuben that you can't hold in your hand?
I have. There's a local place here, Route 58 Deli here in Virginia Beach, that has one that rivals, like a Katz Deli.
Oh, tell everybody who doesn't know where about Katz Deli. Go ahead.
Well, I just know it's just got the, it's got the, it has the best. It's just an old school Jewish deli with everything done 150% correctly.
Oh yeah, Katz Deli, for those. It's in the it's off of Houston Avenue in New York City. It's in the old cobblestone streets. It's down in the Bowery section in New York City, and it's an old place. The salamis are hanging from the ceiling and everything. And you got to go up to the counter, and there are all these guys slicing, and you got to tip the guy to make you a super big sandwich. It's really funny. You go up to the guy and says, well, you take care of me, I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying here? So you slip the guy $1 and he makes you a gigantic corned beef and brisket sandwich and everything. And you can't even get your mouth around it. It's so big.
Love it.
Oh God, I'm talking about food now. We're going danger, Will
Yeah.
Robinson. Name me the show.
But
Trivia.
that's Lost in Space.
Love. Oh, you're good, man. Don't
Yeah.
you? I love trivia.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
I love trivia. Do you
Yeah.
watch Jeopardy?
I do. I mean, I'm
I
hooked,
love
on
Jeopardy.
it. Yeah,
I'm
hooked on it.
My wife and I think Alex Trebek is a god. No,
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. Yeah,
it's a fun show.
it really is, and he's hanging in there. You know, he went through some little health issue stuff.
I think he still is.
Still is.
I mean, I think
but he's just he has the greatest attitude, and he's soldiering right through it and doing his thing.
Oh yeah, still. Notice what's so interesting is I always tell people I will never retire from the real estate gut sales training business. And it's not that I have to work. I could have retired a long time ago. It's not a money issue at all. I love what I do. I love the creativity of going to a buyer and saying, listen, I'll give you your price. Give me price or terms. Let's do a contract from 1 to 5 years. I want to lease your property. You'll be paid on time. I'm not going to bother you with micromanagement issues or repairs or anything like that. And your problems are over. You don't even have to pay a real estate commission. I might buy it. I might have a tenant buyer that'll buy it. I'll do a contract that allows me to assign it. And I have a screen share I was going to show. I have a mind map that I put together for you folks who are hanging in there. By the way, if anybody has a question or anything, put it in the chat box here. I'm hoping I can see it from my Facebook or Periscope friends here. Nothing's come up in a little while, so I know your guys are out there listening. So if you do have a question or you want to come on, the link is in there. Feel free to join us with my good friend Jason. And we're just talking about food, beer, and real estate. I love real estate. To me, I love the challenge to find a property and to put together a deal that nobody else could see. That's so much fun. You know, it's to make money by controlling somebody else's property. To me, is just too much fun. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so satisfying.
Yeah.
You know, and you think about, you know, how much creativity has to go into. So I go back to my mentor, Max, and he said, tenants are smarter than investors. And I took that to heart. So I started finding properties, renting properties, subletting properties. So all of a sudden I'm getting cash flow. I'm getting $100 a month here from this property, $500 here, $250 here, $1,000 here. I'm getting multiple streams of cash flow. If they buy the property, I make money on the back end. If after 1 year they don't, and I always did 1 year leases, by the way. Contracts are real important in lease purchasing. You want to have a good contract. You want to have a short contract. I don't use long contracts. I don't want to hand somebody a contract that is like this thick, okay? If you can see it. I want to give them a short, easy to understand contract. And they're in my packages, by the way. I just want to be able to, if they buy it, I win. If they move out, I win because I can do it all over again and get something very valuable called option consideration. That's the non-refundable money you get up front that you put right in the Hip National Bank here. So much fun to make money up front with somebody else's property. If the market goes down, 2008, let's talk about it. You remember 2008 or are you too young for that?
No, I remember it. I remember the everything was upside down as far as values were just really, just elevated. And so, in the mortgage crisis and subprime market. And I remember.
I remember properties dropping 30 to 50% in some neighborhoods.
Well, I had a couple friends, and the reason it hit home for me is because I had two really good friends, and I was living in Maryland and Baltimore at the time. That's where I grew up. So I was up there for a long time. But I remember my one friend had him and his wife bought a house. It was 260, and or they borrowed 260 on it, and when they went to sell it, it wasn't even at 150 or 140. They were just completely upside down. And that mortgage, they ended up foreclosing on it. they couldn't get out of it. You know,
so many people got hurt.
that kind
Now
of thing.
this is the interesting thing. I sold a lot of properties in 2007. I liquidated a lot of my assets because I'm not Nostradamus or anything, but I saw the way the banking industry was going. I saw people refinancing their property for 120%, and they did it several times. And I said, something's going to explode eventually or implode. And so I liquidated a great deal of properties. The properties I had, the rent-owned properties that I had that went down in value, I let the contracts just expire or renegotiated it. And I didn't suffer the actual capital loss because they went back to the original owner. God, this is the advantage of control without ownership. This is the most wonderful thing. If you've ever read, there's a great book. If you ever read Our Dear President, I don't get political, don't easy people. Oh, I say the Trump word, everybody's blood pressure goes up. But his book, The Art of the Deal, is excellent, and he used options a lot in that book. Or my other favorite book is Zeckendorf, about a man back in the 40s and 50s and controlled all these great properties through the use of options. I got a question here from Derek. Derek, I love that picture with your beautiful baby. That is so cute, man. That's a great picture. What are some of the mistakes with lease options you ran into? Not doing my due diligence, not checking the number one biggest problem. It's a great question, Derek. Thank you. The number one biggest mistake I made was not, listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen, because I've had a pumpkin beer, so it's like truth serum. The biggest mistake was not checking the marketability of the property. Do you know what I mean by that, Derek? Do you know what I mean by that? Oh, I think you froze. Okay. What I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen, is that I did not, was there a demand for the property? Did people, Derek, can you hear, Jason, excuse me, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay, good. I thought you froze for a minute. The marketability, you have to have a property in areas that people want to live. Right. I love properties near high income areas, near the beach, near the golf course, near the mountains, where people want to live. What is the hottest areas in real estate right now, by the way? What are the hottest areas? You will not believe this. This marketplace fooled me. I thought back in March when this pandemic started rolling, I thought real estate was going to disappear. I thought it was going to be 2008, and I was completely wrong.
You mean the hottest area as far as geographical area?
What do you think what areas? This surprised the hell out of me. What are the hottest, limited
mobile homes?
No, areas where people who have money right now are buying second homes in the country, in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Right now, people in New York City are leaving New York City. They're moving to New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in a mountain town an hour and a half from Denver. People from Denver, they don't have inventory here anymore. People from Denver are buying second and third homes, people with money, and they're actually buying second homes in the country, in the mountains. Why?
To get the heck out of the city when they feel like it.
They're feeling the city is, well, the pandemic is one reason.
Yeah.
I think without getting political, I think people are getting scared with some of these protests and things like that. Some certain areas like New York City, where they've cut back on the police.
Right.
I'm not getting political. Don't worry.
No,
I think the crime has escalated substantially. I think there's a lot of good, hardworking people and say, you know what? I can move. Right. And guess what? They are moving to the suburbs, to the country and everything. So, and we've seen this in city. I remember I grew up in New York City in Manhattan. And there was a time in Manhattan where the crime was so high and everything. New York City real estate, it was not what it is today. It was not. And people were living in the suburbs and everything. And then New York City started coming back, and we had some good, we actually had some very good mayors who diminished the crime substantially. Guess what happens when you take away crime from cities? Guess what happens?
People want to move there.
They want to live there because they got the parks, the zoos, the restaurants. They can walk to everything. They got public transportation. They love that urban atmosphere. Guess what happens when you turn that around 180 degrees and people start getting scared or worried about crime and things like that, or diseases like the pandemic?
They want to get the hell out.
They're gone, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody
wants to live under those circumstances.
Nobody does. And
not by choice, not if they have a choice.
Yeah. And if people can afford it, they're going to move. And we're seeing that right now in New York City. I read two newspapers every morning, the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, kind of a yin yang thing. And I try to follow trends, and I'm seeing a trend right now. And I've seen these trends before. I've been in this business a long time. And the trend right now, since we have the internet, people can work from home. They're discovering that now more than ever before. They can homeschool. They can work from home. Companies are letting people work from home if they have the skill set. And so why not live in a place where you could look at the snow-capped mountains or just a nice, clean lawn cup area if you can afford it, and they're moving. And that's really what's happening. So, Derek, to answer your question, the biggest mistake is marketability. Can you turn over the property quickly? What do I mean by quickly? 70. This is going to shock you guys. I hope you're not driving right now and drinking pumpkin beer, which is what I'm doing. You don't. You want to turn over a house in 72 hours or less. You want to turn over that property. If you're wholesaling a lease purchase property, you want to have a list of people to call. You have to do your marketing ahead of time. Do your marketing. Get your buyers, your investors, people who want to live in properties, who are looking for a unique owner finance situation like lease purchasing. And you just go down that phone call and say, hey, you want to role play it with me, Jason?
I'll do my best. Yeah.
Oh, you want to be the salesman or should I?
I'll be the prospect.
Okay, you be Jason. Hello, Jason.
Yes.
Clark Diamond here. You probably don't remember me. We spoke like 6 months ago. You told me you were looking to get into a nice house. Something just came on the market. I'm just calling everyone on my list. You're like the number 18th. And the first person who wants this, it's gone. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's a 2-year rent to own. It's $1,500 a month with 20% rent credit. So if you pay the rent on time, take care of the property. I've emailed you some pictures and a prospectus with the comps and everything. It's in great condition. And you can buy this home. You can live in it for 2 years. You have a 1-year extension. If you decide you need an extra year, you can save up. You can qualify for the best mortgage you can in 36 months, or you can decide to move out because it doesn't fulfill your needs. But the price is locked in. If it appreciates, you get the appreciation on the property as though you owned it, but you don't have to pay the taxes, the insurance, the homeowner fees. You don't have to pay anything except the rent on time. And you have the right to purchase this property or not purchase it during the next 24 to 36 months. How do you feel about that, buddy?
I'm definitely interested. I'd love to take a look.
Okay. Mind if we talk about money for a moment?
No, not at all.
Okay. This property is worth $250,000. Okay. Normally we get 10%. I'm looking to move this thing really quick. We'll take $12,500 as the assignment fee. You're purchasing the contract from us, and you can move in this property October 1st. How do you feel? It's okay to say no to me if that's not comfortable for you. How do you feel about that?
I think that's doable. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Think?
I can do that.
Okay, good. And the $1,500 a month, that's comfortable for your current budget?
As far as I'm pretty sure, yes.
And you and your wife are still gainfully employed?
Yes.
I sent you the pictures. There's a virtual tour, a video inside there. There's another video with the drone video. There's the comps. There's an inspection report. Look that over. What would you like to see the property tomorrow morning for a private showing, or would you like to go on your own?
Sure, we could. Yeah, we could. I'd like to see it tomorrow morning.
If you come to the property, I'll meet you there. I'll bring the paperwork and everything. If you like the property, and it's okay to say no to me, don't worry about it. But if you like the property, are you prepared to put the 12.5 down, sign the agreement, and we can proceed to facilitate you moving in October 1st?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see
Great.
why not.
I like doing business with you, sir. I'm going to send you some paperwork to look over right now, and I'll see you tomorrow. What time? I have an opening. My first opening is at 10 o'clock, and then I have 3-4 other people coming to look at the property. Would you like
earlier the better.
One or the third or the last one?
Earlier the better for me. So
I'll see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, you'll be there on time, right?
Yes, I'll be there early.
What kind of coffee do you and your lovely bride like?
79 red Pinto.
Oh, okay. That's what you're driving. What kind of coffee would you like?
Oh, coffee. Just little cocoa lot. but
okay, I'll
black.
bring those. You guys like donuts or bagels?
Bagels.
I'll bring some bagels, some coffee. You'll look it over, and I want you to feel comfortable enough to say, Claude, this isn't right for me. Get lost. But if you do like it, you're prepared to do business, write a check or a credit card, and move forward, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just kidding about the Pinto.
I know, and I owned one.
Yeah. I had one a long time ago too.
I had a 1972 explode on rear impact Pinto.
I had one in let's see. I had one in high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my sister had
World's worst car for making out.
It was terrible.
It was a horrible car.
We had so many engine problems and rust. It was just awful. Yeah.
Yeah. We got some notes here. Fidencio Tamayo. They don't need to be near the office anymore. Correct. I've been working from home forever. I'm a home buddy. Better coffee, cleaner bathrooms, man.
Right.
It's so much better. What do we got? Your signal keeps freedom up. I'm not. Maybe we. Okay, we're back. Sorry, little technical issue there. We froze up. I went to 5G and we're a lot better now. Hope this content is helping you guys. Let's see here. Derek Western, go deeper. Bill said, people are leaving the big city. They are. We're having a cultural financial shift right now. People are leaving big cities. They know they can. Listen, why do you want to be in a $5,000-$10,000 a month, 1-bedroom apartment in New York City, Boston, Chicago, LA, when you can live in a nice house for a lot less money? People are moving. Have you noticed? I have friends who left Seattle and they're in Idaho now. People are moving. They're realizing that you can buy cheaper properties in beautiful places. And as long as you have good Wi-Fi, good internet service, you can make money anywhere, can't you? Fidencio says, and forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name right, Mr. Tamayo. Suburbs. Suburbs are big, man. People love the burgs. They love it. They don't have to worry about their kids as much and stuff like that. Escaping taxes and riots. A lot of, what people are seeing on the news here. I don't get political, but I think when people see too much stuff in their backyard going on, they're saying, hey, honey, it's time to get out of Dodge, huh? Absolutely. They don't need to be near the office anymore. Claude, you froze. I know. We're back on, though, again. Sorry about that. That was my bad. I was on a different Wi-Fi setting, and now we're on 5G. We're going nice and fast now. But I have to leave for a while. I wanted to let me show you guys before we go. I want to share my screen here with you. I have a great mind map on lease purchasing. And here we go. Whoops. Here we are. Here we are. And I'm hoping you can see it. This is my lease purchase mind map, and it deals with the different strategies. Some of them I talked about today. How you could lease purchase your own home or sandwich lease or assign, consult, cooperative strategies, pure options, hybrids. The contracts are very important. By the way, you guys can have this mind map if you send me an email, mentor@matt.com, or go to my webpage, claudediamond.com, and send me a note. I'll send you this mind map for free, okay? This is all these specialty things you need in your contracts are real important in lease purchasing. Marketing, I'm a big believer in attracting quality leads. Okay, I want to talk to people who are buyers, sellers, and investors. So I have that segment on my mind map. There's certain rules that apply. Also checking the title, liens, and judgments. Some of the things I talked about on checking the marketability of the property. We definitely talked a lot today about the advantages of lease purchasing. And finally, the different ways you can profit. Option money, positive cash flow. That was my daughter's first 3 words. Cash at the close, renewal option money. You can create notes where you get payments for years and years, assignment fees, consulting fees. There's so many ways to make money. So this is a cute little mind map I made up. If you guys want this, go to claudediamond.com, send me a message, and there's a little contact button there, and I'll be glad to send that all to you. Okay. I'm sorry you were worried, Derek. No problem. Ron Vidre is here. Hey, Claude, what do you believe would be the hottest real estate market in the post-pandemic area? What a great question, Rod. I tell you what, let's be real optimistic here. 2021 comes along. We get 20 different companies, and they all have the vaccines. We get a lot smarter. Hopefully, we get some really good political leadership, mature political. You ever notice these politicians? And I'm not taking sides here or anything. You guys know I'm pretty conservative. But it's like kids in the schoolyard fighting over the ball or something like that. Why don't you do what's in our best interest? You were elected to protect us, to do what's in our best interest. Stop worrying about raising money, doing stupid commercials on TV. Stop worrying about getting reelected and all that other stuff. Do your job and do it very well. Okay, and that's all you need to do. Okay, that's as political as I'm going to get here. Post-pandemic, I think the suburbs, the countryside with good Wi-Fi. You got to have good internet service. Okay. I live in Colorado here in a little town of 200 people, but I have screaming fast Xfinity Wi-Fi. I don't prove it by the crash. Okay, Claudia. Oh, my wife just told me we're having pepperoni pizza tonight with a lot of mushrooms and green peppers and things on there. Do you guys like pizza for dinner? I'll talk about that in a minute. But the hottest market will be right now. We know people are leaving New York City. They're moving to Long Island. They're moving to New Jersey. They're moving to the country, the suburbs, and they're doing this all over. Okay, if people can afford it, if they've had choices in their life, they're moving somewhere else. But let's assume 2021, the pandemic is over. The country's gone back to normal again. Okay. And you know what I mean by normal. Okay. Read my mind. I don't like to get political. But people are going to go back to the cities. People love the cities. They love the restaurants. They love the transportation. They love the nightlife. They love that urban atmosphere. Okay. But when crime starts to go up, which we're seeing, major crime in some of these cities. Chicago, I love Chicago, but the crime is atrocious there right now. And I love Chicago, okay? It's a great city. The restaurants, the people are wonderful. But I think a lot of people are getting scared with the crime rising and all that stuff. And if they have a choice, they're selling their homes or leaving their apartments and they're going somewhere else. The opposite will occur if we get into 2021. I think what you're going to see, if this virus is over, I think the economy is going to go screaming crazy again. You know, we've been on a 7-month vacation. Think about it. 7 months. We've been cocooned. We've been in quarantine. We want to party. We want to hug people. We want to barbecue outside with 20 of our friends and drink cheap beer. All right. I heard you. Listen, we want to have fun again. We're a fun country. We're an entrepreneurial people, but we want to go back to normal. And I think if they can get rid of this thing in the next year or so, I think people are going to go back to the cities, and the real estate in the cities is going to go up. To answer your question, Rod, you're sharing gold for free where other gurus charge tons of dollars. I can't believe your subscriber list is. You know what? It's okay, Rod. I'd rather share my message with a few people. And listen, I'm not the last word in everything. I'm just sharing years of experience and a lot of mistakes. Okay. Listen to people who've made more mistakes. Okay. I've had some wonderful successes and I love my life. I'm having a great life. I married a great woman, my best friend. I have 2 great kids. My mortgage is paid for. I have no debt. I love what I do. Life is good, man, because I give good phone. I know how to sell, persuade people. I don't need to be the most popular guy in town. I don't need millions of subscribers. I just need a few people who understand my message about working smart, staying on top of the groove, giving good phone. And every day I read the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the Week magazine. I read books all the time. I really try and stay on top of the culture curve, what's going on and everything. And we're a dynamic, wonderful country. We are going to come back so fast and so wonderful. We're an entrepreneurial country. We're a great country. We're going to get out of this muck and mire, and we are going to come back so strong and so wonderfully. I'm sorry, I'm a glasses half full guy. Although you couldn't tell, my beer, my Hey Pumpkin beer is almost empty here. Time for another beer or time to say goodbye. Things will get better. Real estate is a necessity of life. It's like food, water, air. Okay. People may not want to live in the big cities. They're moving somewhere else. Then they'll move back to the cities. Some people who have the money will live in the city and the country. Okay. The thing about America that very few countries don't have is we're resilient. We can adapt so quickly. And that's really it. Thank you for those kind words, Rod. I really appreciate that. I like sharing things that work. If they work for me, I'm nobody special. They'll work for you. Oh, my good friend, Michael Buckles, Michael, the legend, Michael from Atlanta, Georgia is there. How you doing, Mike? Mike is one of my students. Mike is phenomenal. He hustles. He lives in Atlanta. He gives good phone. He knocks on doors. He talks to people, and he's doing well for himself. He's taking care of his family. He's a good guy. Sales is the $1 million skill, ladies and gentlemen. Combine sales with lease purchasing, and you will see magic happen. Absolutely. And this is Claude Diamond here saying to everybody, thank you. Be safe, be healthy, take care of yourself. Anything else I'm leaving out?
No, take an extra 5 minutes.
I saw your thing, and I said that. My wife just tonight is pizza night. Should I talk about pizza before I go?
But it won't be ready for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Oh, that's great. That's okay.
So you can keep talking. If you
Oh, I
want.
can ramble to peel. You know
I
what's
know.
you know what's really good when you can. My daughter once said to me, "Dad, you're just comfortable in your own skin." My daughter, who is, I think she's cut from my cloth,
Yeah,
from
I'm
my
afraid,
diamond.
I'm afraid
She's
so.
another diamond chip.
Oh my God.
My daughter, she works for Apple. She could talk to peeling wallpaper for
Yeah.
22 minutes.
No, for an hour.
For an hour.
Oh my God. She gets it from
Absolute-
her father.
Hey, listen. You know, you go through life. Do you want to be part of this? You want to be part of the furniture, or do you want to be part of the fun?
Ugh.
Right?
Ugh.
You know, IDGASL. I don't give a S land. You know, get to that point where you're so comfortable, you speak your mind, you're still respectful of other people's opinions and thoughts, but you're able to communicate to people in such a way that they like and respect you. That is gut selling. Listen, you guys take care. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Sean Osby says, hi, Jane.
Hi, Sean. Where's Sean? Hi, Sean.
Sean never comes on. He has a brand new
Sean,
Mac.
come on. I'm on. Come on.
There you go.
Hi.
You guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Be safe. Drink pumpkin beer.
Ugh.
It's good for you. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
pumpkin beer is the vaccine. Okay.
There you go.
You want to get rid of the COVID? Drink pumpkin beer.
Then I'll drink
I
it.
am not a doctor, and I don't even play one on
Don't
TV.
even go there.
I'm not going to go. Take care, guys. I got to go and think about a pepperoni pizza Friday night, baby. Take care. Thanks for joining me.